What's up, everybody? It's your boy CL Smooth, Everyday Gumbo. We back with another video, man. We got a lot to cover. There's been so much going on within the last week, 48 hours, 24 hours. There's a lot of stuff to cover. And I try not to get into the messy side of everything because it's not battle rap. I want to get to the battles and, critique and give my opinion. But it's so much stuff that's going on in the background that it's hard to even really focus up on the actual battles. We got people that's suing people for breaching contracts. We got people leaving battles to go to other battles for more lucrative offers. This stuff is just really getting out of hand, man. And we got a lot to cover. So cue that intro and let's get into it. I just seen an interview or a podcast with Tay Rock on a new channel that just happened to pop up. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know how long they've been around, but it's a new channel I just saw. It's called PMO, Pardon My Opinion. And Tay Rock was on there basically just talking battle rap, of course, and they congratulated him on his 50 battles on the URL. And they asked him, of the 50, what is his most favorite battles?
It's gonna be hard for me to just pick just one.
Pick two. Whatever they want to be. Yeah.
I'd had to say Daylight.
Okay.
That's probably one of my
That was a
favorite
fire
battles.
battle too. That was a fire battle.
And Geechee.
Okay.
Me and Geechee. Geechee and me and Light. Probably like two of my favorite battles
Okay.
of probably like out of most of my career. Like I like them battles more than the Hollow the Dawn battle, the Ill Will battle. Most of the battles that people like,
Right.
I like my two battles.
Okay, so after hearing that, of the 50 battles, those are okay. The Daylight battle definitely was a hit based on Daylight. Rock wasn't subpar, but he just didn't match Daylight in no aspect. Daylight was cooking. He was bombing on that, man. But what's funny is after hearing that, I just so happened to just be, scrolling on the URL app, and of the the most reaction videos or battles on the app, the first one is Easy to Block Captain versus Chess. The second one is Tay Rock versus Daylight. And the third is Tay Rock versus Geechee. Nah, I'm not trying to be a conspiracist, but it's just so funny that of the two of his favorites would be the two that is the most reacted upon battles on the app. Is weird to me, right? There's no connection there, right? I'll do you one better. Did you know that Caffeine also has a YouTube channel? They've been on YouTube since 2017. They also have a channel as well. And some of the content that the URL puts on the app, which is like the Geechee Gotti and Jazz the rapper commentary over battles that has happened on Caffeine and that is also on the app. And as of yesterday, they did a reaction video to Daylight versus Tay Rock. Funny, right? Let's go even a step further. One of your favorite battles yourself is you versus Geechee, and y'all just so happen to be headlining Gnome Impact on a 2-on-2 team, and this is also one of your favorite battles out of 50. All right, next up we had the whole situation going between, of course, the URL and Easy to Block Captain about the contract and everything like that. So there was an interview that came up from 6 years ago with one of the owners of the URL, which is Beasley, and a representative of the URL at the time, which is Norbs. And I said representative because he's losing his lawsuit trying to claim that he was a part owner, and he's losing that lawsuit. I mean, they're still in litigation, I believe, on like one last thing or one last shot of him trying to prove that point and try to, gain some type of money compensation from them about the firing that he had to endure and everything like that. So, but anywho, they had an interview from 6 years ago, and they was discussing contract situations, and this what came up.
Let me tell you something.
It's a lot more communication now.
Even beyond that, right? Like if you talk about contracts, right? Mm-hmm. People make it out to seem like it's a bad thing, and the main thing, the reason why people think it's a bad thing is because the veterans often use it as an angle in battles.
Yep.
You stuck in the contract.
Can't go nowhere.
Do what I want to do. That's only about 7 guys that mean anything to us that could actually say that. The rest of the guys that go anywhere, they're allowed to go everywhere because we don't care. You feel what I'm saying? Number 2, our contracts are very fair. Like everybody that's under contract, they're getting paid more than they were before they started battling with us. All of them. And half of them never even get paid what the contract states. They get more.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the new guys that people are giggling and laughing, they're making more than a lot of veterans. They get paid more than a lot of veterans. So the only thing is they can't bounce around. So, fans want to see them on different platforms or in different cities or countries battling, Astro Pac Allen and,
I like Astro Pac Allen.
Helicopter Henry and the rest of these guys. We don't want that to happen.
Those are probably real names,
and I'm going to tell you one thing, that one more thing, I know we're talking a long time, but one more thing that the contracts do is the contracts actually protect profiles.
Absolutely.
Because when we had URL in the beginning, it was just URL and grind time, and it was kind of divided. You had more of the suburban feel with grind time, and you have more of a street urban feel with URL. So neither one of them actually needed to battle each other. Everybody was comfortable being in their own particular lane. I think where grind time went wrong was when they tried to become an urban league and book a lot of urban battle MCs. And then they started to make our guys more of a priority and make them the headliners on their shows instead of investing in their own guys. They had their own talent that they built from the floor because it took away from the importance of the guys that they were already building. And it put them over them and it kind of eventually destroyed them. I think if they would have stayed doing what they were doing in terms of the guys that they had, the disasters and all those guys, and focused on them, and it would have been dope because you would have had different vibes and feels and styles to enjoy as opposed to trying to merge it all together. I think that battle rap is like different genres of music. You know what I mean? There's different styles of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's different genres of music. But contracts are also profile protectors because generally what happens is once you come into the URL, you get calls from all these other leagues
everywhere.
And you start, and what happens is these guys think that they can take on the challenge. So they take every battle. A 1-rounder in Albuquerque, New Mexico. A 2-rounder in Biloxi, Illinois. Do a 1-round unlimited with Albuquerque Allen. All these wild different battles that nobody knows or cares about, and eventually your quality will diminish because you can't keep up with the demand. And then what happens is you turn into like a journeyman. So you might have had 2 good URL battles, you start getting worn out, URL doesn't book you, you go all around the country taking all these battles in the Chitlin circuit and doing all these little battles here and there and here and there and here and there. You water yourself down, and then you're not as good. You're not able to perform at that level. A small percentage can do it. The majority can't. And then you realize that, damn, man, I burnt myself out. And then you have to try to get back to URL, and depending upon your relationship, will determine if we take you back and where you start. And then now you're fighting. And then when you were gone, 15 dudes came in and is sitting ahead of you at the top of the totem pole. And now you're trying to fight for your spot back. So when you do all those numerous battles continuously, it just wears on your profile overall. It destroys your brand, and it makes you just average. There's no excitement.
Okay, so here's a prime example as to why conversations like these should not be had because they don't age well. Everything that Beasley just said is a straight contradiction to where the URL is today. Now, don't get me wrong. I get it. You don't want your artist, your signed artist under contract, to go out and go to these different leagues and their major focal point is trying to match your artist up on their card as headliners to promote and sell their card. I understand and I get that. But that's also a direct, a direct problem with whoever is running the creative or who's booking the battles per se. And that person would fall on, that responsibility will fall on P as that person. He's not creative enough to make up these matchups. And it also could be about budgeting as well. As far as, these guys want, especially the bigger guys, the more established artists, they want X amount of dollars. So it has to coincide with the budget at hand, which you're trying to set up these cards for. So I get that. But for your newer talent, there should be no problem with them going out to go battle these opponents that is of a different style and or genre, as he called it, as far as like his music goes, of these different styles, and battle these guys, and to be able to, perfect his craft. Because if you're only just working on your jump shot, like in basketball, if you're only just working on your jump shot and you have no, you have no dribbling skills, you have no rebounding skills, you have no defensive skills whatsoever, you're only just practicing jump shot, it becomes redundant. You're just trying to be a shooter. Defense wins games, as we know. You got to be able to defend your opponent. You may have to be able to attack your opponent. These are just different catalysts of, being well-rounded. Battle rap is not a sport. They called it a sport. It is not as well. They didn't call it a sport. It is, but people say that battle rap is a sport. Battle rap is not a sport. They don't have an actual point system in battle rap, so it's not a sport. It's an opinionated entertainment genre. Because I can sit here with 50 people on a matchup, like we're just gonna go back to Daylight versus Tay-Rock. I can sit here with 50 people. Half the room may have Tay-Rock, the other half of the room may have Daylight, or you may have majority of the room that has Daylight and only a few people have Tay-Rock. Does it mean the few people that have Tay-Rock is wrong? No. Does it mean that the majority of the people that has Daylight is right? No. It's opinionated. It's your preference. It's what you're into. It's what you like. So battle rap is not a sport, even though with the URL trying to create a type of a point system on their app to try to validate a winner or a loser, still doesn't qualify as it being an actual certified winner or loser. It's still opinionated. It just is. All right, so going back to the topic at hand, which was the interview and them talking about the contract situation and everything like that. In the case of the URL, they're buying low and selling low. So in Easy's case, they signed him to a 5-year contract with a 6-year player option, basically, right? It was more so basically saying yeah, after 5 years your contract would be up, but in the 6 year we can extend it for that 1 year, that 6 year. So you're giving him no room whatsoever to get out of the situation, and or allowing him to go out away from the company and do things on his own, as he doing now and wants to currently do. So 5 years is very excessive. That's a very long time, because we don't know what we're going to be doing or where things are going to go in our lives in 5-6 years. So it's very excessive. But even with the years and the time that he has put in, which is about 3, because he said he owed 2, and the 2 that he owed was just time. So I don't necessarily really want to see the contract, but I just want to understand it, because there may not have been a set amount of battles during that 5 year span, and it may not have been a set amount as far as money's being paid. There's no guarantees. So you signing this guy to 5 years with a promise of, all right, yeah, we'll give you $20,000. You know what I'm saying? Your expectation of him at that point in signing that contract is very low. You don't necessarily expect him to blossom or become who he is today. You just saying, okay, here you go. But he goes out, he shows and he proves for 12 straight battles that y'all gave him, and exceeded the expectations that you originally had of him. So now you have a bona fide star on your hands. But however, he's still under this long slave-like deal that y'all got him under. You can still basically pay him pretty much practically nothing. But you're happy that he is blossoming, going through the roof with it. He's broke his ceiling. He's out of here now. And you're reaping all the benefits of that. All the man wanted was YouTube drops, because he was discovered on caffeine for the production of the Bel Air situation. That's how he was discovered. So now that, he's discovered and he's doing things outside of battle rap, he's growing his brand on a major scale. He wants certain things to help continue to establish that. And that shouldn't have been the issue, especially since you have him under this long binding contract. That, yes, I agree, he signed it. You sign it, you have to agree to it. I agree. But in the case of this situation, both parties know and understand that, this was wrong. The URL has to know, like, yeah, we locked you up for a long time, and it's slavery all over. You know what I'm saying? We locked you in for a very long time, and we need you to stay here, type thing, and continue to generate and help create us money. And we don't really have to pay you too much or nothing. Yeah, it's business. I get it, but it doesn't make it right. So all he asked was for, some release, let the leash go a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Give me a couple permission slips. Let me go outside and go see what the other leagues are talking about and make me some money outside of here. Because under the contract that y'all got me under, y'all not paying me, you know what I'm saying, what my worth is at this point in time. My stock is up. My name is actually out there. It's buzzing. People are definitely recognizing and knowing who I am. Let me go ahead and make some money. I can still stay over here and battle with you guys. I don't mind it because he still has a lot of good matchups left over there. But I'll come back. But why y'all not paying me the money that I'm supposed to be getting? Let me go out here and try to go get it. And I'll still come back and battle the guys that y'all want me to battle over here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can damn near still pay me, I guess, the peanuts or whatever that y'all got me under this contract. They like, no, we don't want you to go do that. No, you got to stay over here and still work and slave and make us this bread. That's not right. That's not fair. It's not cool. So when they say, well, when Beasley said, you know, we don't care about the other guys, y'all can go ahead and go out there or whatever. Basically, at that time, Easy was one of those other guys. Let him go out there and, you know what I'm saying, get the interesting matchups that, you know what I'm saying, people is asking for. You just mad because they're asking for the matchup that y'all want, but y'all can't get. Y'all relationship with Hitman has been messed up because y'all just don't want to pay Hitman the money that he asked. But y'all paid Cassidy money for whatever fucking reason. Y'all paid him over $100,000+ to come over there and battle not only Goods but Arsenal as well. Y'all paid that man twice because y'all had the money. So why y'all just couldn't do the same thing with Hitman? Y'all had Hitman and Geechee lined up and ready to go, but y'all still steadily playing games with Hitman and don't want to pay that money. Y'all are only sabotaging yourselves doing this nonsense. Let these people up out of here. K-Shine is still sitting around, even though, like, you know, K-Shine has been in a slump, and, you know, but K-Shine has been giving y'all nothing but great performances, materials for a very long time since he's been with y'all. He's been doing this for a very long time, and there should be no reason why K-Shine should feel that he has contract disputes. He is just as much of an established legendary artist as a T-Rex, Charlie Clips. He came in with, you know what I'm saying, Murder Mook and them brought him in. Like he's established himself as one of these people. You just don't like the fact that he's just not trying to be a yes man and just agree to doing any and everything that y'all want him to do. He's not interested in that. He loves, I was going to say sport. He loves the sport. It's not a sport. He loves it, but he just don't want to help establish smaller artists. That's why he didn't want to battle Jack Boy. He didn't really want to do that. Yeah, he agreed to do the Real Sick thing because he messed with Real Sick. So he agreed to do that, but he just don't want to be put in a position where, you know what I'm saying, he's constantly battling, you know what I'm saying, 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And you got to respect that. If you look at it from the sidelines or the outside looking in, I don't think the contract situation is a bad thing. I think the business model of the contract situation from the URL standpoint is what's killing them from the inside out, kind of like mold, right? I wouldn't do away with the contract as a whole. I would definitely eliminate the exclusivity aspect of the contract and allow the battlers to branch out and go to other leagues. The thing with that would be I would get on the phone with the other leagues and just say, hey, you know what? You can book our battlers. They're under contract. You can book our battlers. You can't sign them. But you also can't book two of our battlers and make them a matchup on your card. Book our battlers to go against your battlers. Make that a thing. But you're not going to steal the matchups that we can possibly have on our end. You see what I'm saying? That makes sense. You're allowing the other leagues to make money and eat, and you're also building the stock and the brand of your battlers. Either way, how you look at it, when you say that they can't go out here and battle these other, whoever's, and it drops their stock, they're doing the same thing under your umbrella when they're battling these no interesting people that nobody knows and lose these battles. They're lowering their stock on that end as well. So no matter what it is that you don't want them to do or what it is that you're making them do, you're still getting the same results either way. So just allow them to just go out there and just, raise their profile. That would help a lot, tremendously, because it would get battle rap interested again. You don't have the interest anymore because you're keeping everything under lock and key and under a paywall. And then when guys underperform, you shelve them, or battles aren't as interesting, you vault them. So we're not going to see the shit no fucking way. So just let the motherfuckers just roam free, but just under, an electric collar type shit. Like, you go out here, but you just don't, you don't go too far. You get with that shot. Like, don't go too far, motherfucker. It should be that type of situation. The contracts should also be reduced as far as the long term of it all. You should get back to maybe like 2-3 years. 2-3 is not bad. 2-3 is not bad. To give a person time to, develop their skills, see where they're at, if you want to bring them back or not. Because most of the time you're just holding people for no apparent fucking reason. Like, you signed Mac Myron for what? He's already done possibly 2 battles so far since then. 1, if that, and ain't no telling how long his fucking contract is for. His contract gotta probably be like damn near 2-3 years, and you already gave him just 1 fucking battle. Y'all falling apart at the seams internally any fucking way. Nobody gives 2 flying fucks about Gnome Impact, and that shit happens this weekend, and nobody really gives 2 fucks. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's interested. Y'all did everything possible to sabotage Easy to Block Captain's card and try to leave him in the mud, and he only put on once was 5 battle card event. He did it with 4 and still was trending number 7 worldwide. Still was trending. Like, his shit was a success. Y'all failed. And then you turn around and you put out part of his contract. You saying the man's still under contract. You're doing this, that, and the third, and everything like that. And you're still losing that battle too. You're losing. So ease up on the reins and let these people go out here and, make these buzzes and, and create these events and, and raise their stock. You don't want nobody else to eat, basically. That's just what it is. You don't want nobody to, to do nothing else. You only care about yourself and yourself only. And that's business, and we get it. I understand it. But it doesn't make it right, though. It doesn't. It's wrong on a lot of different scales. It's sad too, on top of that. Well, that's my time, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. If you ain't know, this weekend is the Gnome Impact card. Hopefully that bullshit goes great, I guess. I'm not watching it. I already unsubscribed, deleted, and threw a hand grenade on the caffeine app. I'm not messing with it. But until next time, it's your boy CL Smooth. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell for the next time around. And in closing remarks, I'm gonna leave you with easy to block Captain responds on the URL wanting them to take him back.
I got word of go ahead, go do you. We already know what the next course of action is, and they know what the next course of action is.
Play games. Let's play. Let's rumble. Let's play.
To me, this was cool. A little sabotage, John, try to get a motherfucker off his square. Cool, I understand that, whatever like that. But you know what I mean? It's up. So if they want me back, just ask nicely. Just say, yo, I lost our only star. Surf not here no more. You are our only star. No, come back. We love you. Just say you love me. Just say you love me. Just say you love me. That's it.